started playing golf as a youngster, not seriously. That started when I was about the age of 16, and I actually got good quite quickly. And by sort of 19, I was down to a real low handicap. But I think by then I decided, yeah, this is the game for me, and I really want to get, as good as I can possibly be. And unfortunately, that's when it all started to go wrong. I had golf lessons, and also I think I read a lot of golf magazines, searching for that kind of the secret really, and unfortunately it set me right back. My handicap actually went up a bit, which is really frustrating. And looking back, if I knew then what I know now, I reckon as little as 20% of my practice time, I could have really made huge improvement. I could have improved exponentially. I think around about this time, I actually started to think to myself, surely there must be a better way of doing this. I looked at some of the top players, Jack Nicklaus, and think, well, what is it he's got that I don't actually have? Is there some secret in there? So I think as early as those days, I was already starting to think in terms of maybe swing building, something that in the future that I could maybe build on and develop. So it's really all started way back in, for me, back in, the mists of time. In the early 90s, I was head pro at probably the busiest golf range in the UK. And it was during this time that the ideas of swing building really started to develop. And really we've gone on from there, building on this early process. And it's something that I believe everybody can really understand and learn. I really do believe that. It's not this complicated series of positions and angles, it's learning these fundamental components and then, putting each 3, 4, 5 components into that swing that I know we're all capable of. This is not the traditional faults and fixes. I just have seen it fail with so many people over the years, getting over technical, trying to remember all these positions and angles. It doesn't work. And if you think about it logically, it doesn't really happen in other sports. I've been lucky to be the head coach of the Sir Steve Redgrave Golden 5, the golf tour. And I met so many different sports people in different fields, and discussing the actions of whatever sport it may be, the fundamentals are the same as golf, and they certainly don't get taught positions and angles and so on. How's it happened in golf? Where did it all go, let's call it, wrong? So for me, the concept of swing building is understanding the basic movements and how do we link those movements to, from one part of the body to the next, so that the whole body's involved in that lovely flowing action. So swing building, it really is a simple concept. I'm not saying it's easy, it has to be rehearsed and practiced. But understanding those principles, rehearsing, practicing them, putting them together, we can all build a good swing. A little bit more about what I've done professionally. I've written in numerous golf magazines around the world. I've also had my own TV programme on the Golf Channel. I was the first coach to actually appear there, as well as doing lots of stuff with Sky Sports. I think as well, we've seen numerous people in clinics that I've done around the UK and also in different countries. But it's also interesting when you actually meet all these people and we talk about the dreaded faults and fixes, and the same thing occurs all the time. Every single clinic we have the same kind of questions from people. The amount of time they've spent practicing, the amount of money they've spent on lessons and so on, and yet their handicaps either just stop, they plateau out, or they get to a level and then get worse. And this is happening all the time. And thousands of people we've seen, it's the same kind of concept, the same ideas all the time. So every one of them we coach with those fundamentals, the swing build process. And as we do this, it's really interesting to see them interacting with each other as they become almost like coaches in themselves, as they learn these processes and components. It's not that complicated. So once again, I really do believe that everyone out there can make improvement and really get into the stage where we all know we would love to be, a better golfer with better ball striking, leading to better scores. When looking for me, you may have come across several other YouTube David Blair golf channels. They're people from the past, friends that I've shared video with, but this is the official one. This is where you're going to find all our material that we'll be putting on in the future. And we have plans to have all our courses on here. Over the next few months, we'll all evolve. If you could subscribe, like and follow us, that'd be great. Thanks.